Hi, gentlemen. Welcome. I am Cav, your fragrance guy. Today, I want to go through kind of a fragrance 101 topic, a question that comes up a lot. Right? If you're new to fragrances and you've heard all of this, what's a cologne? What's a toilette? What is parfum? What's an extrait? Right? So you hear these things and you're like, what is the difference? So let's talk about that. When we look at what actually a fragrance is, right, it is two parts. One part is an essential oil, and that's the liquid that holds the scent. It's an extract from something, a distillation from something, some notes or combination thereof. So high level, we'll keep them there. And then we add fragrance oil on top of them to expand the liquid. Okay, so that fragrance or the alcohol, fragrance alcohol, expands that liquid out. So it gives you more volume, but it also decreases the scent, right? Decreases the essential oil. So the difference is really how much of that essential oil is there versus how much of that alcohol is there. That's really what it comes down to. It's kind of the same scent. It's the same idea. How diluted is it with alcohol? So there's a couple of ways to look at that. So when I look at a cologne, for example, right, I'm going to look at, so here's one, Thierry Mugler. It's a very good cologne. Pretty weak as far as the scents go, right? It's not huge. I get kind of small trace amounts in it. All right, another one would be from Gucci's perspective. I have Gucci Envy for Men, and this is an aftershave. So an aftershave and cologne are very similar. I've got kind of smaller amounts of fragrance within it. So mostly alcohol, little bit fragrance. Now we step up the chain, we end up in a toilette. So a toilette, so when I look at my Gucci Envy Toilette, so he's going to be about 5 to 15% of essential oils, whereas the aftershave is just going to be small amounts. So this one is going to be a lot stronger than this one. This one is meant for after I shave, I nick myself, it's soothing, it's comforting, but the scent is there. And I pair that with this, which is why you tend to see these as a set. So cologne, weaker, doesn't project as well, doesn't last as long, but it carries the scent. EDT has a higher concentration of that oil. It's 5 to 15-ish%. It will last a lot longer and it'll project a lot more. So discounting the differences in notes and what carries and what doesn't, the oil versus the alcohol. So beyond EDT, we move up to a parfum. So a parfum, so here's one, Rose Dove Creation E. Fantastic scent, by the way. We'll review this in the not too distant future. But very good parfum. So a parfum is going to take that alcohol and reduce that and increase the essential oil. So we're going to go from a 20 to 30%-ish in that neighborhood. So 15 to 30, somewhere around there. So when we start looking at an EDT, so the EDT on this guy, right? So we said was between 5 and 15. He's going to be between like 15 and 30. So I got much more essential oil in this guy than I've got in this guy, right? So that means by default, this one's going to be stronger. It's going to last longer. It's going to project. Again, discounting the differences in notes and all that happy stuff. But that's the general idea. And then beyond that, you move into extracts. So this is a good example, right? This is a cherry tobacco. It's a duo fragrance, very good fragrance. But he's an extrait. So an extrait, you start moving above that 30%. You start getting 30, 35 higher end concentrations in here. So this one, again, lasts a whole lot longer, projects a whole lot more. So now we get into the idea of how strong do you want it to be? How long do you want it to last? Then we get into conversations around how much do you wear when. So let's talk about that. So the aftershave, we said we're going to do this guy after we shave, right? Makes perfect sense. Or a cologne, kind of similar. It's clean, it's refreshing usually, it's easy, it's light. I'm going to wear an EDT kind of on a situation where I want it to be there, I want it to project, I want it to last for a while. And I may use a little bit more of an EDT than I would a parfum, right? He doesn't typically need as much, as he needs. Again, holding all notes constant, right? Because that does change. So that's kind of the idea, right? Picking out an EDT versus a parfum. When does it work for you? What are you going for? What are you trying to accomplish? Are you trying to stand out? Are you trying to project? Are you trying to keep it close, right? Also, you want to think about seasons for these things, right? If it's warmer out, you're going to project more. So these are all conversations that you need to kind of have with yourself as far as what you want to do with a fragrance, right? So at a high level though, for this video, I wanted to talk about EDT. I wanted to talk about a cologne. I wanted to talk about a parfum, and I wanted to talk about an extrait. And hopefully at this point, it makes sense for what they are. And as we dig deeper into further videos, we'll talk about when to wear these, how to wear those, when to apply them, what to wear them in, what occasions work for what. So thanks for tuning in. Appreciate the eyeballs on the video. Subscribe, like the video if you like it, subscribe to my channel. Take care, guys.